ANC struggle stalwart Lillian Diedericks has passed away. She was among the last surviving members of the 1956 Women's March. ANC National Spokesperson Pule Mabe joins us now to reflect on her life. Pule, very good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Can we confirm that Lillian Diedericks did pass away tonight, sir?
Well, of course, Ma'am Diedericks did pass away. We did receive the news late this afternoon of sudden passing on. We would have wished her well on the occasion of her 96th birthday on the 17th of December, having played the role that she played in our own formations. We did so even last year, and throughout she was quite celebrated in Gqeberha and everywhere else in the country.
When you say she was celebrated, 2018 President Cyril Ramaphosa, he honored her by awarding her the national orders, and just reflect a little bit on her life and the part that she played within the struggle.
Well, yes, the role in the trade movement would have been and would have also joined that historic march in the 50s. She's revered in Gqeberha, where she lived and spent the better part of her life. She would have been part of the community. She was an activist, a revolutionary by excellence. The ANC is weaker without her. We were reflecting earlier today about her role, both in the trade union movement, in the women's formation of our own government, all that she would have done to make sure that the ANC becomes an even better instrument in the hands of our people.
I mean, she's lived, like one would say, a good wicket here, 96 years of age. Exemplary, the life that she lived, isn't it? Especially when we're talking about women's involvement within the struggle and even afterwards as well.
Well, of course. I mean, just forward-looking, young women in our country and young men should use opportunities like this to draw lessons on what it took to construct a democratic dispensation. We must use Ma'am Diedericks, Ma'am Charlotte Maxeke, Ma'am Albertina Sisulu, Ma'am Adelaide Tambo, and many others women of fortitude, to then say, what is it that young women of today can do, Ma'am Winnie Madikizela Mandela, to make sure that, one, the rights of women are protected. We fight the scourge of gender-based violence. We ensure that women become the forthright voice in our pursuit of a truly democratic society, and that they too occupy apparatus of power and authority so that they can help us construct a better trajectory of transformation. These were women of courage, women of Sharpeville, women who marched to the union buildings in the 50s, women who went to attend that seminar occasion of the Freedom Charter. These are people that we must celebrate, but on whose behalf we must ensure that we continue to preserve the very democratic order that we today enjoy.
I mean, at 96 years old, so much experience, so much knowledge. Were you consulting? Were members of the party going to consult with her in any way at all before she did pass away, to get maybe just a little bit of that knowledge on their side?
Well, of course. I mean, the fact that just last week on the 17th of December, the information publicity of the ANC would have issued a poster celebrating a birthday, something we did even in the previous year. It means that she was quite recognized on the role that she ought to be playing in the organization. I mean, Ma'am Lillian Diedericks was very much a part of the life of the organization. Just last week we would have sanctioned. I would have signed that off. I mean, we're talking about that with the general manager of the ANC today. Because just issued it last week, a few days. I mean, when was the 17th? Was it not on Friday? We issued a poster wishing her a happy birthday. We did so in the previous year because we understood the role that she was playing in the organization.
We know that she was surrounded by family and close friends when she passed away. What's going to happen from this point? Do we know at all yet? Have we been in touch with the family?
Well, of course, I mean, we are in touch with the family. The family of Mabe Lillian Diedericks is very much part of the African National Congress. We will work with them together with our structures. The Eastern Cape Provincial Executive Committee had already issued a statement conveying its condolences on behalf of the entirety of the ANC. We have issued digital posters across our platforms conveying our condolences to the family and making our structures aware that one of our stalwarts is no more. We did so because her character, her standing, her honor in society was quite befitting that as she passes on, the ANC had to give her that final salute. We will work with them to do the necessary arrangements, memorial service, and ultimately the funeral service. Of course, we will persuade the government to make sure that they see it befitting to give a state funeral in whatever category that they deem fit. But we think that she deserves something like that. For her honor, she is amongst the many women in our country. I mean, Lillian Diedericks, like Lillian Ngoyi, shared the trenches. She is amongst the last living of that generation of women who marched to the union buildings to fight for those rights. So it cannot be that at the moment of her passing on, we don't see it fit to celebrate her life. We are going to celebrate her life. We will make the necessary persuasion. Our structures will be speaking with the relevant structures in government to raise this.
Okay.
It is not out of any other thing, but it is because of the role that these women of fortitude played in helping us construct a democratic order in this country.
100%. Thank you so much, ANC National Spokesperson there, Pule Mabe, just talking to us and I suppose reflecting and celebrating the life of ANC struggle stalwart Lillian Diedericks. And just to recap, in 2018, President Ramaphosa did honor her by awarding her with the National Orders, which is, of course, the highest and most prestigious award that the country bestows on any individual.